All right, y'all, we are back at it. As you can see, we have an overcast day. The winds are blowing straight out of the north, so the wind's a little bit colder, probably making the water a little bit colder. Last week, the water temperature was about 51 to 53 degrees at its highest, and it's reading about 47 degrees right now, so the water is actually a lot colder than it was last week. So we're going to go out here, we're going to try several different techniques, and hopefully we can find them. Also, my GoPro is only showing that I have about 4.5 hours of filming, so hopefully we can land a giant within that time frame. So the wind's blowing from the north. One of the things I like to look for is wind that is blowing over a point or across the point. And since a lot of these points are main lake points, the wind is actually blowing right across some of these really key locations. So we're going to try to find some of these fish. The last couple times that we fished with the water temperatures being this cold and it being overcast, a small lipless crankbait, I'm sorry, not a lipless crankbait, a small fin-sided crankbait fishing up really shallow on these points with a stop and go retrieve, a really slow stop and go retrieve, was the best thing that helped us catch these fish. So we're going to try that first, and then maybe the lipless crankbait. So y'all come along. So with it being really cold, especially the water temperature, the air temperature is probably about 45 degrees, probably a little colder with the wind. But these fish are probably not going to be feeding or chasing anything that is moving really, really fast. Now you're probably thinking a worm or a jig. A jig probably would be good, but like worms and salamanders and things in that sort may be good, but not highly likely. A lot of the times now, these bass are filling up right now on bait fish, on shad. Now going from winter to the spring transition, those bass are going to feed up heavily on those on those crawfish. So and that's when a jig would come into play, or your red colors. But we're just going to try to fish slow. Let the fish tell us how they want it. The jabberjaw, square bill, and chatterbait at the same time. Who would have thunk? A square bill and a chatterbait at the same time. I bet you ain't never seen it in this lake. And we got a good one on right there, guys. Fighting yet. Might be a piece of structure. I don't know if you want to. Oh, we do got one on. Come back over here. He wasn't fighting too hard. Guys, we were up pretty shallow. On the jabberjaw. Guys, if you look to see how red these lips are, it's insane. Hopefully he don't bleed. Got him in the gills pretty good. But look how red those lips are. His lips are so red. That's that new jabberjaw. But he's got it choked. Look at that fat gut. Let's try to get him out safely. Okay. 436. That's more like it. Look at that gut. Let it go. 436. It was reading 190. I knew that wasn't right. Probably need to keep the scale warm somewhere away from the wind. But 430. So we were fishing all this area right here, and like I said, this is like a spawning flat right here. There's an island right here, and we got a deep water right here, and it actually kind of like bows around to that point. So it's almost like a rounded ledge. And then right here, the wind is blowing up around this here, and I was figuring, you know, let's cast over here, maybe try to get up a little bit higher on the flat, and then come down that ledge. Well, he bit it up on that flat, so that might be something that we need to remember, is that go up into these flats and fish a square bill or a fin-sided crankbait in those areas, because they may be up in there feeding. See what happens when you're toying around with everything? Guys, I threw it out in the same spot. I wanted to pick the anchor up. So as I reached down there to pick it up, something bit it, and we had a decent one on there. I thought I felt a hit or a bite, you can say, right there in that same location. Oh God, got smoked again. But we had a fish on. Put way too much slack in the line when I was grabbing this anchor. We were about to lose the anchor, actually. But we're still fishing in the same spot. I threw up there where that spawning flat is, so we're going up there a little bit more shallow, and we're coming out here into some deeper water. I'm sitting in shallow water right now, and that's only because I'm really close to this island. But that was a stop and go retrieve. This actually floats up really, really fast. But we just had another fish on there. I didn't really feel how heavy it was. It was coming out toward us, so who knows? Want to get up there as far as we can up on that flat. Had it paused, guys, and it came back and killed it. Oh God, he's a good one. He's a good one. Hopefully he can stay on. Guys. Ooh, he's a giant. At least 6 or 7 pounds. Maybe pushing 8. I don't know. Look at that fish. The jabberjaw. Up on that shallow flat. Spawning flat. Guys, look at these lips. These lips are insane. That just tells you how cold the water is. Look at that. This fish is huge. He wasn't going anywhere. All right, so let's get this out of his lips. $7.05. $7.05. But I want to try to show you these lips again. Look at these lips. It is insane. Look at that. It's almost like they're wearing lipstick. Look at that fish. Super fat. Guys, and it's cold out. Nobody's here. I haven't seen anybody out here at all yet. Look at that little bit of girl. Fatty. This actually has a huge wobble to it, along with this weird ticking stuff that this bait has, or that it creates, almost like a chatterbait. Let me see if I can show you. So if I move this, you can see that this chatters like that, and then it's a square bill. But we're not gonna change it up right yet. We're gonna still fish. Oh. Guys, I felt another thump right there, no lie.